Hi, my name's Jesse, and today I just want to go over a few of the very basic things to just start the very beginning of drumming. Nothing too hard, just some very beginner level stuff, just to give a little intro into the drumming world. So what I'm going to start with is how to hold the sticks. And so the way that I'm going to teach you, it's called match grip. And so what you want to do is you want to take the stick in either hand, and then you want to find maybe about 3/4 of the way down, and you want to hold it kind of like this, and you want these two fingers, your index and your thumb, to be the main point that you hold on this stick. And so then what you want to do is you kind of want to cross it over your palm like that, and then wrap around your hands like that, kind of like this. You want your hand to kind of look like this. So like if you have, pull it out, kind of looks like a weird looking fist. So where you have like a normal fist like this, you just kind of tilt it, and then boom. That's how you hold a drumstick. And so next up, what I want to go over is when you're holding both of the drumsticks together, I know something that feels very comfortable is if you have your hands like this, and then you go up to the drum and you hold it like this. This is not right. What you want to do is you want to turn your hands like this, and you want to get it at about a 90-degree angle. And I will show you what that looks like here on the drum in a second.
So here, I just want to visually show you guys that what you don't want is too wide of a grip, too slim of a grip. You guys want the sticks to meet at about a 90-degree angle in the middle of the drum.
All right, so next thing I want to cover is whenever you guys are playing, I want to make sure that what you're doing is you have the movement in the right spot. And I know that kind of might sound a little weird, but whenever you go to play a drum, you don't want to be using like your full forearm or your entire arm. That is not how you play the drums at all. It makes your speed a lot slower than what it should be, and it just looks very, very sloppy. So where you want to keep all of the motion is just right in the wrists. You want no movement beyond the wrists. You want your body to stay as still as possible. You don't want any movement in your elbows. You don't want any in your shoulders at all. You want to try and keep all of that right in your wrists. All right, next up what I want to go over is I want to go over that whenever you guys approach a drum, you always want to make sure that your snare lever is going to be right in front of you. It just makes it easier, so then you don't have to like reach around the drum or anything in order to turn the snares on or off, depending on what part of the song that you're playing in. But you'll always know, depending on what position this little lever is in, whether they are on or off. So when they are on or in this upright position right here, you'll see it in that position, and the snare will sound like this. And then when you turn it off, you just flick it like that, and then the snare will sound like this. All right, now that we've approached the drum, we know that the snares are on, we are now ready to start to learn how to buzz roll. So what you want to do, now that we know everything where it comes to like the basic rudimentary, how to hold the stick, where to hold the stick, everything like that, now we get into the actual playing. So when you learn how to buzz roll, the main thing that helped me when I was first learning how to buzz roll is you have to kind of think that what you're trying to hit isn't necessarily the drum head, but you're trying to almost push through the drum head to get that bounce. And you don't want to take your stick and actually, like slam it through the drum head. It's not like that kind of force. It is a force of you're trying to push through it. So then when you push down on the head, you'll hear that buzz sound, which is why it's called a buzz roll, right? So now that you kind of understand the principle behind when you buzz a stick, I suggest you do that with both hands for a few minutes just to get comfortable and familiar with that feeling of what it feels like for both hands. You're always going to have one hand that's stronger than the other. That's just kind of how it works with everything. It's probably going to be your dominant hand. For me, it's my right. But then what you want to do is when you start to roll, the goal eventually is you want your hands to move fast enough that it sounds like one constant buzz. It's not, you don't want it to sound like you don't want to hear each stick hit, if that makes sense. You want just that one fluid sound. That is the very good definition of what a buzz roll is. So my best way of doing that is I would suggest you make sure that when one stick is down, the other stick is up, and you always want to keep this kind of separation. That way, both sticks aren't down and both sticks aren't up at the same time. Also helps with your hand speed. You always want to keep that alternation. So instead of getting like a dead sound like that, you get like a kind of sound. Hi. I know I probably look a little bit different, and that is because I kind of wanted to shift from the physical part of drumming over to the mental and, that part of the drumming. So I just wanted to go over the two things that my mentor was always sure to go over with me. The first thing that he always was sure to go over with me was to always have fun, whether that's with drumming or really anything in life. If you're not having fun, then it's probably not worth it. So whenever you're drumming, you always want to make sure that you're enjoying yourself. You're not there, to be perfect necessarily. You're there to have fun at the end of the day. And then the second thing that he always taught me was to always play with confidence. You always want to, if you make a mistake, you make it loudly. You want to have this level of confidence because when you are a drummer or in percussion for any kind of band that you're ever in, you are the backbeat. You control the tempo, you control where the band is, you are in control of the band pretty much. So you have to play with a level of confidence so you can do that and do it well. Other than that, I don't have anything left for you guys, so thank you.